Hi there, this is Lee McQueen speaking on progressive issues and public affairs and news of the day. And the past 3 days have been very tumultuous with law and order issues, law enforcement issues, concerns of citizen law enforcement relationships. Underneath all the turmoil, the Democrat Party met again to discuss the Democrat Party platform, and there were several progressive strides made by Bernie Sanders, his efforts to modify, normalize the Democrat Party platform from a Republican stance to more of a Democratic stance. And I say to myself that some of these items on the agenda he shouldn't even had to negotiate for, but he did. For instance, a moratorium on the death penalty, $15 minimum wage, things like that, that just make complete sense. He had to bargain and negotiate for, and it just shows you what the mindset is of the Democrat Party leadership. Everything that they do to Bernie, they basically do to the base of the Democrat Party and to the citizens of the United States, because Bernie Sanders doesn't represent large multinational corporations. He represents the people. And so basically, everything that they do to him is a metaphor for what they're doing to the ordinary citizen. And it's just so strange. It's the only way I can describe it. But there it is. Anyway, the Democrat Party elected to not oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership. So Trans-Pacific Partnership is still on the Democrat Party platform. And again, the excuse is, well, Barack Obama wants it, so we're going to leave it there. It's what it is. They're who they are, and we've seen what they're about all this primary season, and it's led up to this. We've had a lot of double talk from Hillary Clinton. We've had a lot of snaking and slithering around by Barack Obama, who is still, even now, lobbying for Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's the Democrat leadership. If that's what you want, there it is. You've got Barack Obama slithering and sliding and coming over here and whispering in ears, and I don't even want to think about what he's telling people. But he's got a hold of the Democrat Party leadership, the ones who are writing the platform, the ones who are deciding the future of the Democrat Party. So apparently his leadership is more meaningful than Hillary Clinton's, and is anyone surprised by that? And let's just face it, Hillary Clinton does not oppose the Trans-Pacific Partnership. She's just too much of a coward to stand by her position. So, as she does on many issues, she's flip-flopping. She's, the one who's been hiding in the darkness, creating that partnership, that trade deal. And then when the light of day shines on her, she kind of scuttles back into that cave like a little reptile, and tries to hide her hand, and then use Barack Obama to cover for her. That's Hillary Clinton. That's the Democrat Party leadership. That's I guess, the future of the Democrat Party. She's not the nominee yet, but it seems to be trending that way. It's still kind of weird how things are going this election season. It's really hard to make predictions, and so I don't make predictions. I only look at what I see and then decide what I want to do. Also, besides the Trans-Pacific Partnership, there was an effort to normalize or equalize the relationship between Israel and Palestine. and that was voted down as well. And so one of the concerns is the number of military excursions that the United States involves itself in as a result not only of wars for oil, but also because of Israel. We involve ourselves in many military excursions in an effort to enforce the foreign policy of another nation besides the United States. So anyway, that effort was also voted down to recognize Palestinians as even remotely or approaching equal status to Israeli citizens. So that's pretty sad, I think. I read an article, and it's written by Henry Narr, and it's for East Bay Times. And he's commented on both the Trans-Pacific Partnership and Palestine. And he's saying that Barbara Lee does not speak for him. Barbara Lee, I've spoken of her before. She was mentored by Shirley Chisholm, who was famous for not being bought or bossed. Barbara Lee volunteered with her presidential campaign and was a student of the unbought and unbossed concept, and she picked up a similar philosophy for herself. She served the Oakland Bay area of California quite ably for many years and to high favorability. And she even compares herself, well, she speaks of herself as a renegade for peace and justice. And her voting record and her policy stances do reflect that. But according to Henry Narr, the author of this article I'm talking about, she's fallen down on two specific issues as a member of the Democrat Party platform committee on Trans-Pacific Partnership in Palestine. Barbara Lee kind of took a pro-Clinton stance. And let's just call it pro-Clinton, but, you know, regardless of what Hillary Clinton is saying, we all know she's lying. She's pro-TPP. A vote for Hillary Clinton is a vote for Trans-Pacific Partnership. That's what it is. And that's why it's still in the Democrat Party platform. Barbara Lee voted with the Clinton side on Trans-Pacific Partnership, and then voted with the Clinton side on Israeli and Palestinian relations. And so, although she is progressive and reliably progressive on many, many issues, and in fact voted with Bernie Sanders' coalition on numerous issues like indexing the $15 minimum wage and death penalty and fracking and things like that, fracking moratorium, things that didn't pass necessarily. She voted against the progressives and against the Bernie Sanders side for Trans-Pacific Partnership. It's kind of strange. It's like this election season, something has just got the entire Democrat Party in its grip. Something is gripping the Democrat Party hard and paralyzing them and choking them and basically treating them like puppets, pulling those strings, making them bark, talk, speak, roll over, play dead. There's something that's got the Democrat Party in a tight grip, in a vibe, and it's surrounding the Trans-Pacific Partnership. They seem so very inflexible on that particular issue, willing to vote against not only the base of the Democrat Party, but also against just the electorate in general. I mean, this is a bipartisan rejection of a nefarious trade deal that no one wants. It's written by corporations for corporations. It's basically a corporate power grab and a selling out of our consumer protection and government oversight to multinational corporations. We won't have a government anymore. And it looks like those in Congress are willing to just let that happen. And it's just very strange. It's a strange year. And so basically, Bernie Sanders has tried his best with the Democrat with the Democrat Party platform. I don't know what his next move is. I'm hearing rumblings from here, there, and everywhere. But I don't know what he's gonna do until he does it. He said that he's going to a floor fight at the Democrat National Convention. He's going to challenge for progressive causes and transform the Democrat Party from the inside. And I don't know if he's going for the nomination of the Democrat Party, or if he's focusing Trans-Pacific Partnership, if he's going to endorse. I don't know what's happening. It's just here, there, and everywhere. It's almost like, we probably won't know what actually happens with Bernie Sanders until he says, or until he does, what it is he is going to do. He's a grown man, and he makes grown man decisions, and then we say, okay. So I'm waiting, like with everyone else, to find out what the future and direction of the Democrat Party is going to be. Right now, from what I see, it doesn't look good. It looks, I asked this before, do they want to be transformed? And it looks like they're taking like little baby steps and then calling it something when it's just actually common sense. And then representing the interests of the people that they claim to represent, but they want to treat it like, oh, look what we gave you. And the response is, isn't that what we pay our taxes for? What you are supposed to do? You're just doing what we pay you to do, right? And so it's hard to read. It's hard to read, and there's a lot of outlying issues. Hillary Clinton's legal criminal troubles have not gone away. They may have gotten worse. So we don't know how that's going to play out. There's like 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, I don't know how many legal issues surrounding her, which is the usual for the usual with Hillary Clinton. So we have no idea how that's going to play out. And then we don't know what Bernie Sanders is going to do. We don't know what the superdelegates are going to do. We don't know what the FBI is going to do. We don't know what the Department of Justice is going to do. We don't know what Hillary Clinton's going to do. We don't know what Bernie's going to do. We don't know, we just don't know. So I'm waiting like with everyone else, but I'm hoping for the best, and we'll just see how it plays out. But in another video, I am going to talk about Jill Stein.